Hello, let's do Wordle for Wednesday, November 12th. We spun the wheel yesterday and it said to start with grasp. So we're going to start with grasp. I know why I'm saying it that way. All gray from grasp. All right. Common letters left. TNL. It'd be nice to get an E, but the vowel is less important. Let's see. I'm thinking some kind of Lent word. I don't know if there's a Lent word. There's blend, not blent, though. How about something like blunt? Let's try that. The one letter I swapped out, the U. All right. Well, there's no common letters in this word other than the vowels. The U is in the middle. And I always have to, I've trained myself to look for SQU in this case, and there is no S, so we're good on that. I'm thinking CHU? I mean, it could be Chuck. Is there something that doesn't repeat the C? Can't do chunk. Can't do chump. Is there something that ends in E? The other option is an OU, and actually OU might be better. We end in E, though. Words are hard when you can't use common letters. Should I just guess Chuck? It's a cut of meat. I'm just gonna guess Chuck. I don't know. We'll see if this is close. Okay, so is it like UCE? It's not UCK. It's not. I don't know. Y doesn't seem very good. So let's look at UCE. What actually does that though? Is it OUCE? That I feel like you'd need an S there, not a C for OUCE. There's the word deuce, like the two in poker. Oh no, that's E. Oh, it's EU. Yeah, it's deuce. I typed it wrong. Luckily that didn't lock in. All right. Oh, it couldn't have because I'm in hard mode. All right. Cool. It was deuce. And I said the E wasn't important. Well, it wasn't. We got there in 4. All right. Well, let's check with the bot. Before we check with the bot, I wasn't about to check with the bot because I know that before we check with the bot, we need to spin the wheel to see what we're starting with tomorrow. I will spam shuffle a little bit and then we'll spin it. All right. It picks Daddy, suggested by Archie Studies. All right. So if you'd like to follow along, start with the excellent starting word of Daddy, which is my name. All right. At least according to my daughter. She doesn't call me anything yet. She doesn't have words yet. She'll get them soon. And then hopefully she will call me Daddy at some point. All right. Anyway, now we will check with the bot and see how we did. Let's see. We're in hard mode. The answer is deuce, and we started with grasp, all gray. So it suggests fillet, which is actually a little surprising. But yeah, I mean, it gets the L and T, it gets 2 vowels. I can see why. Live, model, faint. It really likes that F. I did blunt, which is not in the list. I'm not surprised. It gets that U. We're down to 6 words. Chuck, couch. Oh, that's that OU I was looking for, but it also repeats the C. Deuce was our answer. E-deuce. I don't know what e-deuce is. Let's look that up. Define e-deuce. Bring out or develop something latent or potential. Out of love, obedience is to be educed. Is that, am I pronouncing it right? Let's listen to the pronunciation. Oh my gosh. If my headphones weren't all tangled. Let me try again. I think it's saying educe, but I can't hear it very well. Okay, now they're not tangled. Yeah, it's saying educe. Or infer something from data. More information can be educed from these statistics. So it means something like infer. Oh, that's what it just said, infer. All right. Anyway, that's educe. We got to learn that one. Exude with an X. And vouch, that's another OU. So vouch is the OU I was looking for. But it actually says Chuck is good. That's what I guessed. Couch would also be good. Vouch would also be good. So I did Chuck. And from Chuck, it was only deuce or an educe. But you know what? If you guess deuce, educe is an anagram. So just swap the D and the E. So If the answer ends up E deuce, as long as you're not on guess 6 trying to get it, you might guess deuce first, and then E deuce just comes out of it. So it might not be that hard. All right. So from grasp, it goes fillet. And then from fillet, it does deuce, and it just gets lucky. It wins a 1 in 33. All right, sure, why not? Okay, let's look at tails. Goes drone with just the E, and then that's only deuce. That would be really hard to think of. Good luck. You could guess something like Dixie, I suppose. You might think of that, but just the D and the E, and the only word is deuce. Oh, that is so hard to think of. Is steel the same? No, it's different because with the yellow E it goes Dane. Gets you the DE, and then you can go like something like decor. Once you have that C, now it's only deuce. Still not the easiest to think of. I think people are going to struggle with this one. Just to think of it, maybe not just to lose, but what's the next thing we start with? A due? I mean, the word has a D in it, so it's going to love it. Debut, and then deuce. All right. Audio, again, we get the D. Goes straight to deuce. So audio can get it in 2. Or it's going to go with etude. And then it's going to go deuce. All right. Trace tries to get in 2. Almost never does. Spice, deuce. All right. It's in 3. That's hard to think of too. And then finally, place is what the official hardbot starts with. We're going to go dunce with that CE and then deuce, which isn't that hard. All right. I mean, we got most of the letters, which is what I mean. All right, cool. Well, let's check with the official bot and see how people are doing so far. Did you beat the bot? All right. 95 skill, I like my guesses. 36 luck. 4 steps. Grasp it actually like. Strong opening guess. Blunt, 85. Wonderful choice. You lucked out. 6 remaining words. So that was lucky. Grasp was very unlucky. Chuck would have been one of my top choices. Got a 99 skill on that. And then I had 2 words to pick from. Picked the right one. The other thing I want to look at is 81 people started with grasp. Most people followed up with think. That's actually pretty good. Flint, climb, build, tiled. I am not the only one. Am I the only one who did blunt? I think other people did blunt. Yeah, I would have a dash if no one else did blunt. All right. Climb, build, tiled, blink. A lot of B's here. All right. Let's look at it. Solve. Place ounce deuce. So instead of dunce, it went ounce, which is very similar, just doesn't get the D, but it still gets deuce in 3 anyway. All right. 0.3% of people starting with deuce. Congratulations. Definitely not cheating. Definitely just getting it in 1. All right. And we've got a greater than 99% solve rate. Some people are losing on E deuce, which really sucks. Losing on an anagram with just the first 2 letters swapped. Probably doesn't even know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to put, they're not going to assume their brains, but I'm thinking maybe they didn't even know the word and they were just trying things. Exude, losing on, how do you lose on fence? I guess you have the CE, the ECE. I wonder if that's a trap. And then fence, okay. Deece, ooh. Is that a typo or is that a fat finger? It could be. All right, anyway. That is it for Wordle. How'd you do? And if you would like to watch the New York Times games, you can just click at the end of the video and it'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the videos I made today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.